Hello, I'm FM and welcome to my channel. Today this little episode is going to be an experiment on youth rating. I'm going to show you that in the editor right now. Basically youth rating, each country on the game is given a youth rating. So Brazil's got a good one. Let's say San Marino's not got a good one. And that is basically the base the game uses to create regions. Now a lot of other things come into play. The clubs are at, the facilities, the coaching, the game time, all that still works, but it helps the game decide who's going to get the majority of the good regens. So, like the thumbnail and the title suggests, we're going to give all the home nations of Britain, or the British Isles, a maximum youth rating, better than Brazil's. I'm going to holiday 5 years. I'm going to see if it actually makes a difference. See if we can create some super awesome wonder kids / regens. So let's get into it. Right, here we are inside the FM editor. Now some of you maybe know this, some of you have maybe never seen this. It's a mad tool. You can do anything you want. You can change anything in the game to the smallest, finest detail. It's pretty cool. I do plan on doing some videos on it in the future, but for right now we're here just so I can show you what I'm talking about with youth rating. So if I go to nation and I click on here, click name. Now we'll go to Brazil first, because I think Brazil have got the biggest. And it's not maxed out, to be fair. I mean, you can go up to 200. Now there's the details for Brazil. If we go over to information, some good info where you can sort out the money, years you get nationality, yada yada yada, likelihood of foreign managers, patience, but it's this one, youth rating. And Brazil obviously get loads of good wonder kids on the game, and they've got one of the highest youth ratings at 163. Let's just check another one. I get really good regens from Germany, and Germany is Germany. So let's have a look at Germany, see what their youth rating is. Go to information, theirs is 155. Now, let's have a look at the home nations. We'll start with my own country, England. Type England in. And if we have a look here, you'll see England's is 120. And that is the best in the home nations. Let's go for maybe Scotland next. Scotland's got 83. That's why you probably get a good player every 10 million years. So it's going to be interesting to see if we change these, right? And we max every single one out. Can we get Ireland? Northern Ireland? Wales? Wow, 76. What's Ireland? Let's have a look. 83. That's the same as Scotland. Let's just have a quick look at Wales so you know what we're playing with. But imagine if they're all 200. We max every single one out. Now, obviously, the Welsh League and the Irish League, home leagues, aren't the greatest. But maybe some of these players might generate an English club where facilities are great and have a really good chance of being world class. There you go, Wales is 71. So, I'm going to change all the home nations to 200. I'm going to holiday 5 years. And we'll have a good look at the squads. And if it makes a difference, it could be a bit of fun for you on one of your own saves. Here we are with Football Manager. And you're probably wondering who the hell are Denton Villa. Ignore that, it's my personal save. I'm from Denton in Manchester, and this is a club I always play with offline. The reason I've used this though is because it's, apart from adding my own team, it's an unaltered database, and it's in the year 2022, which is the year I want to go to. So I thought it'd be brilliant to use this to check the home nations world rankings, see where they are in the world. I mean, England, it's stupid, this game. It has been for years. England always seem to win a World Cup or something. Totally unrealistic. But I want to get a good idea of where they're all ranked, and then when we look at the updated youth database, hopefully they've got loads of good young players or good players now. The ranking should be higher, so let's have a look. So first we'll have a look at England, and yeah, he's the manager. As if. But England are 4th in the world. Check this out, eh? Sir Alex would be proud. Darren Ferguson is Scotland manager, and Scotland are 69th in the world. On to the Republic of Ireland, and they've got Delo Rossi as manager. Fair play. They're 55th in the world. Northern Ireland and Martin O'Neill is manager, 70 years old. They are 139th in the world. This and the next team, Wales, are the kind of teams I'm looking at to see if a bigger youth rating creates better young players, and can they get right up them rankings. And last but not least, Wales, who are 80th in the world, got Michael Flynn as manager. So let's jump in the other database that's 5 years into the future in 2022, and let's see if it's made a difference. So this is the other database. It's the 1st of July 2022. On my profile page here, and I've no idea. I've not looked at this, and I've never tried this out. I've never messed around with the youth rating. It just is what it is. So I'm interested. Does it work? Does it actually make a difference? On the internet, on the websites, on Football Manager's websites, it does say that having a higher youth rating would improve your regens or your pool of regens. Let's get lucky. We might as well start off with England and work our way down, eh? This is the England page, and England at 18th, not 4th, which is a bit mad. Maybe that's just management. We don't know. Let's go on the senior team. I'll arrange it by youth. And this is the young right back, 19. He looks pretty good, doesn't he? He's alright. We've got Michael Marshall, again, he's okay. I mean, the thing is with England, I'm not going to look too much into it, but England always have good players, don't they? Let's have a look at this. Carl Ford, another regen, he's alright. Let's have a look on the under 21s. Who's a good player here? Got Gareth Clark from Chelsea, who is, blimey, how's he not in the main team? He's pretty good, isn't he? Again, another good player, Joe Reap. Phil Foden, real player though. So, yeah, let's have a look again. Let's go down. Let's go right down to the bottom, eh? Should we go to the under 19s? Sorted by its value. You've got someone in here from New York City, Thomas. Who again, he's alright. But I mean, when it comes to England, they usually do alright. I reckon we have a look at the lower countries and let's see if it's made a difference. So we'll start with Northern Ireland because I think they were ranked the lowest team. And their ranking's massively improved. That's really good, isn't it? Let's have a look at their national team. It is worth some money. Got some young lads. Don't know if they're real or not. Eric Caldwell, no, look at that. Hey, he's decent, isn't he? Eric Caldwell. Got Noel McDowell. Again, he's decent. I don't think I've ever seen Northern Ireland players who are potentially this good. Dale Simmons, he's alright. They're all regens, so they're obviously getting some good players, which is cool. Let's have a look at some younger lads. Someone actually from Ireland. Yeah, he's alright. So I don't know how much of a difference it is actually making. Have you got anyone good in the under 21s? I think someone like Northern Ireland had a great player in under 21s. It's alright. They'd definitely be in the full team, wouldn't they? So, but the ranking is massively improved. Let's have a look at the other countries. Wales, and again, they've improved. They're 32nd in the world. Let's have a look at their team. Some of the good players. Look at that. Who's he? Ben Woodburn. Everyone always wants to know if he comes good. He's alright, isn't he? He's not a world beater. Come on, we've got anyone young? I mean, he's decent. I think a lot of this, though, I'll be honest with you, maybe you can have a high youth rating, but if you're in a country where the facilities aren't that great, you're not really going to get loads of great players. Jamie Cottrell is alright. We'll have a look in a minute at if anyone's won anything. That's a good indicator of if they're any good. You never normally see Wales win a cup. Here's Tom Nichols. So yeah, to be honest, I'm not getting blown away by it. Let's have a look at Scotland. The Scots. My granddad was Scottish. My family name's Scottish. And there you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Look at that, the best player. Look at him playing for Atletico Madrid. He's real, obviously. Celtic left back quality. Let's have a look at the players. Have we got anyone young and good? Who's this that plays for Crystal Palace? Jamie Cameron. Yeah. He's alright, isn't he? Jamie Cameron, striker. Anyone else who we've got here? Stephen Hodge, who plays for Rangers. He's okay. Let's have a look. Who's Matt Richards at Stoke? He's okay again. I mean, the world rankings have improved. Have they got better players all around? I'd say they've got slightly better. I think it's worked a little bit. Here we are with the Irish. They're 35th. So everyone, apart from England, who went backwards, all the rest of the other four nations have all got better. Some of them doubled better in the rankings. They've doubled up. Let's have a look at their team. Who's the youngest? Who's worth some money? Got this. What a weird way. It's Jason. No, he's real. Fair play. Striker John Connor. John Connor, if I remember turning it. He looks alright, doesn't he? Good physicals. 22. But again, without doing huge comparisons and comparing these teams, but you could run about 10 databases and they'll all be different. I wanted to see if there was a massive pool of loads of quality youth. And let's have a look in under 19s. Who's anyone any good? Dean Holt, not really. So, do you know what? Let's have a look at it, see if anyone's won anything. So we'll start with under 19 championships. And even though England have gone down, and the full team's gone down in the rankings, they've won a lot, haven't they? They've back to back every year pretty much until France just got it last year. So, I mean, England have done good. This was a shame we're not seeing anyone else around here. The under 21 championships, England just won it, so some good young English squads. And I mean, but that's happening in real life anyway, so again, just disappointed I'm not seeing Scotland or Wales. These are European championships, none of the home nations have won it, none of the home nations got to the final. There's the UEFA Nations League, again, only one team and it's England. They got to a final, but typically got beat by Germany. And last but not least, it's the World Cup, and again, as you can see, no one's got anywhere near it. Bit disappointed. Now when we go into the under 20s World Cup though, how good's that? Scotland won it. So obviously England have just won it in real life in 2017, and Scotland won it and England have won it. That's a good thing. So I've taken over Manchester United, just so I can have a good look at who's around. Now I know it'd be good to compare it, but like I said, you could run this a million times. It's always going to be different. But running it with high youth ratings, I think it's definitely made better players. I mean, you've got some Scots, got a lot of Northern Irish players here. Is there no Irish players? Got a couple and a Welsh one, but there's a lot of good players. A lot. And I think it's definitely improved the youth. But I think, like it says on the internet, a lot of things are still going to come into play, like facilities and coaching and game time. But there's definitely a lot more higher priced home nation players, and not just English. You know, it's good to see guys on here from Northern Ireland. Do you know what I mean? Noel McDowell. He's good. He's playing for Tottenham. Right, he's in the under 23s, but he's only 21. It'd be good maybe to, I'll see how well this video does, maybe go another 5 years into the future and see these guys when they're all hitting the peak at 26, 27 with even more youth backing them up. And see if any of them could win a World Cup or even the European Championships, because I mean, there's some really good players here. I've got it on defensive at the minute. Let's have a look at attack. You know, and again, if you look at my attributes, I use a colour system, and anything 18 or above is a green. You can see a good few greens, a good few high stats here. I mean, Robert Alexander plays for Watford, attacking midfielder. I mean, he need to work on his passing a bit, but he's good, isn't he? I like him. Alex Hall, quick look at him. Plays for Burnley, English again. So it's totally up to you. If you want to build your own database, you could maybe. You want to build a nation, maybe you could up the youth rating, and it's not going to be stupid. It's not going to give you 10 million good regens, but if you do want to build that nation and you want to improve your club and build your facilities up, once you start doing that, maybe these players have got more chance of being good and coming through the system, and that could be a really fun save idea once you get bored with just doing the normal saves on Football Manager. Right, there you go, just a little experiment and a quick look at seeing if upping your youth rating to 200 on each nation or any nation makes a massive difference. I think final conclusion is it does help a little, but again, you'll need better facilities. The players still need to come through a good academy where they're getting trained by good coaches and maybe even getting good game time. And I found out in another video that the higher the level, the more chances you've got of that player becoming good. So even if he's a world-class, potentially world-class player, if he's playing in the Premier League, he's got way more chance of being good than if he's playing in the Championship. So there's loads of different things. Some of these players might have been had the chance of being a world-class player, but they never left Wales maybe, or you know. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, make sure you check out my series with Manchester Central. If this video does okay, I might go 5 years again and have a really good look, see if anyone can win a World Cup, because I've never seen, no offence, England win it, and I don't think they should, but I've never seen Scotland, Ireland or Wales or Northern Ireland win an international, never on Football Manager, never. So it'd just be cool if I could, and this might do it. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, thank you very much. I've been Bood, you've been great, and I'll see you next time.